Hi everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This video is in partnership with Quince. You guys know, if you've been watching my channel for a little while, that I love Quince. I think they have really great high quality stuff for very low prices. It's that time of year where we're all thinking about gift giving, about freshening up our wardrobe with maybe some cashmere, some silk or something. And Quince has really great pieces in all of these categories. So I put together a little bit of a highlight, specifically focusing on things for winter. So think cashmere, corduroy, again, all of my favorite types of things from Quince. And I've actually played around with a few different styles of sweaters that I haven't tried from Quince before, and some of them are really good, like this beautiful boat neck that I'm wearing. Also, I am wearing all Quince jewelry, like these beautiful diamond necklace, as well as my little diamond stud earrings. They're some of my favorites, so I did just want to call that out as well. I will leave everything linked in the description box below. Also, in addition to some new things, I'm going to be highlighting some older pieces that I have from Quince as well, because they bring back items year after year, like their bootcut corduroys, for example, and their washable silk trousers. And I think these are amazing wardrobe staples. And so I did kind of want to mix in some of my older pieces from Quince as well. So calling that out. So let's start with the sweaters. I was so drawn to this Mongolian cashmere boat neck sweater. I think this is just a really flattering design in general, and I was even more happy when I received the sweater in person. So I actually ordered it in 2 different colors, even though it comes in so many different colors, like literally 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, over 10, looks like 15, like a crazy amount of sweaters. So if you're not into the colors that I chose, there are so many more to pick from, but I just thought the cut was a little bit different than anything else that I have in my wardrobe. And once I got the sweater in person, I also realized it's super, super light and really, really soft, which is pretty much all you could ask for from cashmere. I am going to jump ahead a little bit because I have dabbled with a lot of different types of Quince cashmere. So I do want to call out kind of the difference between this sweater and some of my other favorites. So my favorite Quince cashmere sweater of all time, hands down, is definitely the oversized Mongolian cashmere sweater. It is super thick, but really, really soft. It's about double the price point of their kind of intro $50 sweater, but I honestly think it's totally worth it. It is just the perfect sweater. I wear this more than like any other sweater in my wardrobe. And I love that it's also, I don't have to be as delicate with it because it isn't like a super high price point. I mean, obviously I still treat it with love, but I just love that it's not too precious, even though it is cashmere. So that is totally my favorite sweater of all time. Like I said, it's a lot thicker in the nature of the name. It's more oversized, even though I like to wear all of my sweaters a little more oversized in general. So for example, even with this sweater, which I got in a size medium, I sized up because it does come in a more of like a classic cut, and I just wanted like a lot of room and for it to be baggy and just super comfortable looking. But it is like a regular size sweater, so if you don't want that more oversized baggy look like I have here, you can just go for your standard size. It comes in size extra small through extra large, and this particular color is called Rich Burgundy, and I love, 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 love this color. It's like super dark, which I love. Sometimes a burgundy can be a little bit too light, but this one is just that really rich, like glass of Cabernet color. And again, it's more similar in weight to actually my featherweight cashmere top, which has become an absolute favorite of mine. I love this sweater. I have it in 2 colors, a gray and a black. I love this for layering. I actually think it would look so beautiful even under this, with just the little mock neck sticking out and then the boat neck kind of framing the face. But that one is super, super lightweight, very tissue thin, but super warm. This one I would say is more of a hybrid between the featherweight and the Mongolian oversized cashmere. So it's really, really light, but it's so, so, so warm, and it's not see-through. So you can really, I have a normal bra on underneath and nothing else. And it's just super, super cozy and soft. I really, Really, really love this sweater. I also, you can wear it both ways. In fact, I've styled it both ways, but I do kind of like rolling the sleeves up a little bit on this. In fact, on the website, the model, they've usually put the sleeves up a little bit just to kind of show off both the collarbone and the wrists a little bit, which I like doing if I'm wearing kind of baggier stuff all over. So the price point for this sweater is $79.90. Again, it's a little bit higher than their sort of $50 entry-level cashmere, but I find it's a lot softer. So again, I think it's personally worth the like $30 extra just to get that little bit of softness to it. And I've styled this, honestly, I mean, this is just a great wardrobe foundational piece. You can wear this with a ton of different stuff, but I have dressed this up a little bit. I've styled it with some older little silk washable pants, which you can also get from Quince. And these pants, I'm not gonna lie, I don't wear these a ton out of the apartment just because I think they read almost a little too pajama-esque. The silk is quite thin, and so that if it was like maybe a heavier silk, it would read a little bit more like trouser to me. But I did just want to show you because these are super popular. And they are incredibly comfortable and very luxurious looking. I mean, what's more luxurious than silk and cashmere? So I did just want to call out these pants. They have also brought them back in so many different colors. This is just the classic black color in a size small, but they are in like over 10 different colors. So lots to choose from there. And those pants are $89.90. So if I want to dress this kind of sweater up, like this would be great for like a little holiday party or like a little date night outfit with hubby. And yeah, I think this is a very chic but still very comfortable look. I've paired it with my little Rachel Comey kitten heels, which are still super comfortable, as well as my little Savette Pouchette clutch, which always kind of elevates and dresses up an ensemble. And then I've also dressed it down just with a really cozy, luscious pair of corduroys. These are some of my favorite pants from Quince. I love their corduroys. I will say they do sell out, so if you see them in your size, I'd highly recommend picking them up because they sold out for quite a while throughout this fall and you couldn't get them. I have them in both espresso, so like a beautiful dark brown color, as well as a black color. And it's kind of hard to say, honestly, which one I wear more, just because they both kind of go with so many different things. But again, they have multiple shades and other colors as well. I like them on the shorter side. I like having them a little bit cropped. So I go for the 28-inch inseam. And then I also go for a size 4 because I like them to be not like super tight and fitted. And I was actually joking with my husband. I was like, it's stocks and socks season. I'll get into the socks in a moment, but I have paired, in order to kind of close that little gap that you get with the cropped pant, with the beautiful cashmere sock and then my Birkenstocks. And I just love like a warm, cozy outfit like this in the winter. It just like doesn't get any better than this for me personally. Now, I also want to show you this boat neck in the heather, or it's charcoal gray color. I love this charcoal gray. I have it in the oversized Mongolian cashmere sweater. I think this looks so good against blacks, but of course navies as well. But there's something about that like gray black contrast that I just really love. I actually love how they've styled it on the website with leather pants. Here, I've styled it with both the silk trousers as well as with the black corduroys, and I think it looks really good with both. But I just think there's something about, especially the black and the dark charcoal gray, it makes it look really expensive. So if you want to look elevated and you want to look a little bit more expensive, I always recommend going for those darker kind of colors. And then the next sweater that I want to highlight is another new style that I've never tried before. This is the Mongolian cashmere funnel neck sweater. It only comes in 4 colors, but they're all really beautiful neutrals. Think like a light gray, a cream, a beige. I had to go for the black, of course, because you all know, I mean, I wear so much black and I love a funnel neck. I think very similar to this one. I think it just frames the face so beautifully. easily. I think it looks super, super modern, and I was very, very excited for this because, again, I just love their Mongolian cashmere so much. This one is more similar to the price point of the oversized Mongolian cashmere sweater. It is $119.90, and I got it in, again, a size medium because I just wanted a little bit of that oversizedness to it. I love the length of this. I've left it untucked here for just a super casual look, but I think you could easily tuck it into things. I love that there's not too much fabric there. It's definitely like a slightly more classic fit than the oversized Mongolian cashmere sweater. And I would say from a softness perspective, again, it's not quite as thick as the oversized version, but it's not quite as thin as the boat neck version. If you want to get into the nitty-gritty details, they do tell you on the site exactly like the thickness. For example, this one is 15.1 micron thickness, 12 gauge, tells you the fiber length. That really means nothing to me, but in general, I can just kind of tell you in comparison to the ones that I have how they feel, but super, super soft. And I just love, love, love that modern kind of lifted boat neck. I think this would also be so beautiful in the ivory. They've styled it with some gray trousers on the website, and I think that it's absolutely stunning. But in general, pieces like this are just so nice to have in your wardrobe to grab for as like a layering piece and a really beautiful foundational piece. And when it's cold outside and you just want to feel cozy but still look put together, you just really can't go wrong with items like this. So I'm very, very happy with these new styles because it has all of the things that I love from the old styles, but with something a little bit new and interesting and different about them in terms of like the cuts and stuff. Now I want to touch on some different cashmere accessories because, spoiler alert, I am going to put together a gift guide, but if you want to get stuff really, really early, then now would be the time. And I think these make really great gifts for not only yourself, but also for other people. These are gifts for myself, but in general, these are really fantastic items that I think are just nice things to pick up year after year because there's something that you'll wear every day if you're out and about in the cold. And yeah, I think they're really beautiful. They do all fall into the cashmere category, so I'll just jump right into it. So I picked up 2 pairs of these cashmere socks, and I am absolutely obsessed. I love a warm sock. In fact, my go-to is normally the Heat Tech socks from Uniqlo that are really thick and very industrial, I would say, and they're fantastic. However, I love that these are a little bit more chic and a little bit more elevated. These are the cashmere trouser sock from Quince, and they are $29.90, which is crazy because I think the Uniqlo ones are like $14. So double the price, but for gorgeous, luxurious cashmere. They come in a lot of different colors. I picked up the black and the dark charcoal color, shocker, because this is the cashmere that I tend to use the most. And also just from a practicality purpose, I think when you're wearing, you know, black leather boots and shoes and things, I wouldn't want that to rub off at all on to any cashmere. But the way that I like to wear socks like this are definitely in a more precious way. Like I would not want to wear socks like this just with like tennis shoes, like out and about, kind of like my more standard socks, example, like the Uniqlo socks. And so for these, I really love wearing them, just like around the house. I love wearing them to bed when it's cold, and that way this keeps your feet just like nice and warm and nice and cozy. If I do wear them out, I think they look so good in Birkenstocks, which I know probably will have a very mixed bring out mixed opinions in everyone, but I just love a stock and a sock. I don't know what it is, but there's something super, super cozy and great about that. So these are my Arizona Boston, no, these are the Boston clogs, sorry. These are the Boston clogs in black suede, and I just love having, because I think the reason I like wearing these together is that this is such a good looking sock that you see a lot of the sock and you can really appreciate the fact that it's luxurious and that it's cashmere. And so I do love that. Like if I'm going to show off the sock, like show off a beautiful sock. And then similarly, I think wearing a sock like this with a gorgeous loafer, like my flattered bonbon loafers, is something else that I would do. But other than that, I wouldn't wear these like under boots or in things where they're going to get a lot of wear and tear, but no one's necessarily going to see them. I see these as more of like a luxurious, elevated kind of sock. And I do have large feet. I'm a size US 10, so I went for the size medium large, which is perfect. But in general, I think these socks are just so chic. These would make really great stocking stuffers. And I like stuff like this because I think that they make a big difference in terms of feeling comfortable in your everyday life, but it's not necessarily something that people would go and buy for themselves. So I think it really falls into a great gift category because of that. So really loving the cashmere socks. And then I also picked up another cashmere accessory. This is the cashmere snood, they call it. And I adore a snood. In fact, I might actually pick this up in black as well. Again, shocker, I got it in the charcoal gray. It is $39.90. And I'm just obsessed with a snood because I find it a lot easier to wear than a traditional scarf. Like a scarf, you have to finagle it. And I think that, you know, obviously with a scarf coat or something, you can do it in all kinds of beautiful, dramatic ways, but sometimes you just want your neck to be warm and you just want it to stay in place. I love that you can actually also kind of pull it up, almost like a little balaclava if it gets super cold. So I really love a snood because it just stays put. It's very helpful if you're wearing a sweater like this where maybe you don't have any neck coverage and stuff when you're out and about. So I think a snood is super practical, and a cashmere snood is practical and luxurious, which I love. This one comes in 5 different colors. Again, I think I'm gonna have to get the black one because it just looks so good and is so cozy. But I did go for the charcoal gray because I do have a lot of black coats, and so I wanted that gray again to like pop against the black coat. In fact, I've styled this here with one of my favorite coats from Ruse Sophie, which is a gorgeous black wool coat. And shameless plug, you can get 15% off if you use my code Mary15 as well on that. But yeah, I just think the snood is such a great thing to have for when it's starting to get colder, and especially if you live in a windy city like New York or Chicago. It's just great. And then the final cashmere accessory that I picked up is kind of along the lines of the snood, but it is this Mongolian cashmere twist headband. And I love headbands like this because I want to be able to just kind of plop them over my hair without putting on a full beanie, which is going to make my hair look a little crazy, but I want my ears covered. So I really love that this helps cover my ear. It helps keep my hair in place if it's super windy, and it comes in a lot of really beautiful colors. I was this close to getting it in this rich burgundy color. In fact, I might have to still pick it up, but I got the black just to start because I think, again, the black, while the ivory and the lighter colors are really beautiful, I think if you're wearing any kind of foundation or anything like that, I would just hate to get it dirty. And so yeah, I went for the black, but the rich burgundy is really good looking as well. But from a practical perspective, having your ears covered again when it's super cold like this, I just think is a must. So I'm loving all the little cashmere accessories that Quince has come out with. And I think these are, again, really fantastic gifts, whether they be for yourself or for other people. And then the final little bits are actually pajamas. So while you probably aren't wearing these out of the house in the winter, I like to freshen up my pajamas every season. I'm a huge fan of pajamas in general, and I love Quince's washable silk pajamas. In fact, I repurchased this pair. I have had this particular pair for probably 8 years now. They have worn better than any other pair of silk pajamas I own, hands down. And they're the best priced. And so I wanted to show these because I absolutely love them. I am fully aware that these are shorts and a top. So don't worry, I do have a winter version of this that I did pick up, but I just wanted to call out that like I wear this set year round. And I actually like that they sell separately, even though, warning, don't think that you're ordering a set when you order like the top or the bottom, because I accidentally ordered the top thinking I was ordering a set, and then I had to go back and order the shorts. So don't make that mistake that I did. The top, I believe, is $50 or $60, and the shorts, I believe, are also. So you're looking at around $100 for the full 100% silk set, which is, again, unreal. I do machine wash these on delicate. I air dry them. I use the little laundry bags, and I make sure that the spin cycle isn't that intense. So these truly are washable. And again, they last a really long time. So for that reason, I picked up the longer pant version with longer sleeves for winter because I just thought, why not have another? I actually don't have a pair of black silk pajamas. I have cream, I have some striped ones, I have some navy ones, but I have red ones, but in general, I didn't have any black with like the beautiful piping. So I did want to get some of these just because I know I love the short version of them. And again, they sell separately. So if you want to mix and match, like if you don't like the long sleeves on top and you want the short sleeves, you could mix and match that, or like vice versa. For some reason, if you want long sleeves on top but shorts on the bottom, you can mix and match. But again, I love these. I think these also make really, really, really great gifts again, because these are something that I think people might not want to splurge on. Oh, the long sleeve top is $79.90 and it comes in 4 different colors. I will warn you again, and I don't say this stuff to scare you guys, like obviously only purchase things that you feel comfortable with, but this kind of stuff does sell out quite quick. There's a black color that I really love, and there's a gorgeous toasted almond color that I really love on the site as well. And for the long sleeve and the long pants, both the top and the bottom are $79.90. And I get a size small because again, I like to have it be a little more oversized when I'm sleeping. I don't want anything to be particularly tight, so that's what I go for. But again, like $160 for a full silk set is kind of unheard of, and it's 100% mulberry silk, which is wild. And just imagine going to sleep in this with the cashmere socks. I just think sounds like perfection. So I wanted to highlight these things to you all. If you have any questions about like sizing or items or anything like that, please let me know in the comment section and I will get back to you all as soon as I can. But I hope you enjoyed this little edit of all of my favorite things for winter from Quince, and I will see you all in my next video.